All right. So this is some potato quality light up in here because my thing sucks. Oh. All right. Potato quality. All right, here we go. We're good. So I have a thing that I need to do, which is the illustrator thing. I need to do a Hanafuda, the Demon Slayer earrings is what I plan on doing. So let's check that out. Let's go into Gmail. Went to sleep at 2 in the morning doing this design to see if this is this one. Let's go. It doesn't look bad. Looks fine. Let's move it over and let's see. Can I show my screen? No, I can't. All right, let's go back. Anyways, I'm gonna make some earrings, but not really earrings. I'm gonna make the actual. I want to make it like a poster. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the main character from Demon Slayer. It's an anime. He has these earrings that are passed down generation to generation. Essentially, the people who can do the dance of the fire or whatever you want to call it. They're the ones that are capable of doing this like epic breathing technique. And they get these like essentially they're passed down from the guy who created the technique all the way down, and yeah, so it's a nice little earring. I like them. I like what they look like. So all right, let's go. I gotta set up my machine. Gotta open up Lightburn, which is a software that I use to to cut with my machine. I have a 150 watt laser that I still don't know how to use, that I hope to learn how to use one day. Apparently not today. All right, so here we go. Boom. All right, now we gotta open up the file, which is a Adobe Illustrator file in downloads. And we're looking for all supported files. And so what we got here. Hanafuda. I named it Hana 3. That's in downloads. Hana 3. Here we go. Boom. Oh, this looks pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So essentially, I'm going to cut outlines of all this stuff. Oh, man. One is not working good. Damn. So essentially, everything looks cool. And everything is fine. So you have to essentially tell the machine what you want it to cut and what not to cut, or what you want it to engrave. I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with that part. The problem that I have a part with is that one of the, well, no, now it's, I see here, it's two of them. Two of the units of the little cuts aren't like closed off. And as I pan closer, I'm finding more and more issues. All right, so I'm gonna get the line tool. I'm gonna make a line here. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, that's not the right tool. If anyone knows how to use Lightburn, feel free to yell at me. Just let me know, because I don't know how to use this. Right, so here's a pencil. Let's use the pencil. Well, oh, here it is. Right, here we go. Boom. Maybe I should go back. I don't like how that looks. All right, we're gonna zoom in. And essentially, so the actual earring itself, they're like playing cards, and the design of this playing card is a flower. So that is what I am trying to mimic now. And it's similar like if you ever use paint. If you ever use paint and you hit the paint bucket, if it's not closed off, then it's not gonna cut, because then it's not gonna make the full cut to cut the actual unit out. And I'm gonna put it on here when I'm there, and I'm actually cutting. I'm gonna put it on here so you can take a look at it. All right, so here we go. So I think I have all the cuts closed off. Let me closer inspection this. Oh, I found one. Wow, this is substantially easier on Librem than it is on Illustrator. So I think going forward, I'm going to try to do it on Librem instead of Illustrator. Like I said, I went to sleep at 2 in the morning trying to figure this out. And I'm not smart by any stretch of the imagination. So, I mean, graphic designers get paid a ton of money for a reason. But still, I mean, I think I have some type of knowledge. All right, so this shape here. All right, I have that there. There's supposed to be an eraser tool. Eraser, where are you? I can cut a line. All right, so that is not gonna work. The tool that I used, essentially what happened is it was just gonna cut the whole line. I don't want that. So let's go to tools. They got draw lines, rectangle, ellipsis, a polygon, edit nodes. I don't have nodes on this one. Edit tabs, text, position laser, create coordinates, print and cut, calibrate lens. I don't have any of that stuff. All right, that sucks. So there's realistically no way to edit the lines that I did on Illustrator, but let's go back. Maybe that's more than enough. All right. So based on what I see here, I can say that it's not bad. I can work with this. But it's going to be a prototype, so it's not like I need it to be 100% perfect. All right, we're good. I feel comfortable with this. I feel extremely comfortable with this. Let's start putting stuff together. We're going to get a computer cable. We're going to plug one to the machine itself. It's USB. It has a little socket that says PC. One to the computer itself. I'm using a Mac, but you can use whatever you want. Librem comes in both Mac and Windows options. We're now connected. Then we're going to hit our start button, which is essentially going to give us the power that we need. Let me see if I can turn it around. Should bring you in on the real thing. So essentially, this is a security switch. You press it down, turns off. You clip it off, the machine goes on. So it's going to start making some noise. Right, that has some test cuts that I did the other day. Part of the noise, just unfortunately, it comes with the territory. this is what I used the last time to cut. That's fine. That's 1/8 of an inch. I always go down because the way I set my stuff. Or a J. Well, cutting earrings, Jackie. Yes. I'm sorry? No, I didn't say that. I said it leaves China on the 10th. All right. So the cool thing about this thing is I can essentially hit a button and it'll show me how big it is. Let me shrink this up a little bit because I don't want this to be absolutely humongous. I don't think this thing is gonna do it justice. So let's hit test on this thing right here, or frame. Man, that's not that bad, man. I can make this a little bit bigger. Try it out. Down a little bit more. Make it a little even bigger. That's fine. Alright, I think that's going to be more than enough for right now. Then I got to connect all the stuff that's going to be put on here, like the chiller and the blower and all that other stuff. But that also takes a little bit of work. Move some stuff around. Leave that there. Right. Pick up some tools. Alright, so part of the mess. It's my garage. I'm trying to crack it. So I'm gonna have to put the extractor out of the window. So now that I have the exhaust that's going to point outside of the house, make sure it's going to really kick it out. So that's cool. I'm going to connect something that's going to be extremely loud. Actually, I'm going to put one of the doors up just in case. The guy that I bought the laser from was looking for. I had to do something to the unit, so I opened it up. I'm really weird about using it when it's open, so I'm just gonna close it real quick. There you go. Close it. Chiller connected. A ton of a bunch of noise is gonna happen now. It's gonna connect the chiller, the blower, and everything else. Sorry about that. It's really loud. All right. So then what we'll do again is we're gonna frame it one more time, just to be sure. Also gonna make sure there's nothing on here that can inhibit this from not working. All right, that's good. So for sure, everything is gonna be working fine and gonna cut fine. What I want to make sure is on things, I have to make sure all the power is correct. 100 on the power. Max power 20%, 20%. So it should cut with one pass. Cutting a frame, the inserts. And I always double think this and triple think this over. I don't need 40%. And on everything, okay. I don't know if it'll do it on one pass. I've never cut this. You know what? Pass count two, pass count two, pass count two, pass count two. Let's do a preview of how long it's going to take. Oh, it's only going to take 2 minutes. All right, good. Play. All right, well, it looks good. All right, so what we're going to do now, essentially when you hit the laser, it's going to do two things. The first being it's going to engage the laser, let it come out. The second thing, it's going to give the pointer, just like the token laser thing everybody's used to. Can't really see it much, but I mean, it's there. So let's move this laptop a little bit further back. All right. So material's fine. Turned on. Water's flowing. Essentially, the things you want to check, you want to make sure you got water in your chiller. I know I have that because I did it yesterday. You want to make sure your fan's on. I can hear it. The extractor. You can feel the air assist if you have it on. I have it on. I know it's on. I can see it plugged up. It's working. Um, I always get freaked out. All right, let's go. Light turn green. Let us know that something's being worked on. It'll come back to an amber color once it's done. And I'll just cut it, monitor and cut it. I don't want to be right next to it because I don't want to have a tendency to look at it. I can smell the fumes already, even though it's blowing out, and this is like a huge um, extractor. It's you can still smell the fumes of the wood burning. Essentially, the laser is burning the wood, and hopefully everything got put on the right settings. I mean, I think so. Uh, it's at a slow speed. 100 is pretty slow. I mean, hopefully no fire. I can see like the glare from the inside. There's a cover. There's a coating to the acrylic I have here. A little bit darker. I'm not saying that it's letting me just like directly stare at it or absolving me from having issues, but it definitely is like not letting me see the full color of it, which I think is pretty good. Oh, it's not bad. Um, but yeah, you don't want to have that laser. Like I have bad vision to begin with. You don't want to have that issue of your eyesight going down the toilet because bad things, bad decisions. A cool thing that you have with this, I don't know if you can see it. Well, I guess it's because it's LED. So essentially, the controller will show you the progress of the thing of the project. So it's already cut the border. It cut the frame. Now it's cutting the pedals. So ideally, what I want to have is the back. The back is gonna be a solid piece. Then I'm gonna have essentially a frame on top of that, and then somewhat like an inlay for it. That way, I can sandwich and pancake them on, and I think it'll look nicer. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but can't really tell much. But it's moving. All right. Amber light means we're done with this project. Um, Disconnect the computer. I always like to let a little bit of the fumes come out a little bit, even though I mean it is a tough smell. This is our halogen lights that makes it look like it's a mental ward. Yeah, but it doesn't look bad. And you can't really tell. So I move the thing back a little bit. Right. So this is one of the problems that we run into. Essentially, when you're cutting things for the first time. I remember last time that I did it in two passes. It worked. It worked better. It was also with a lot more power. So not only am I testing out the design itself, I'm also trying to see if the parameters are fine. One of the reasons why I didn't move the piece, I just lifted it, was so I can so I can Just hit print again. I mean, it might be off by a millimeter because of the move, but I mean, it is what it is. We're just testing stuff out now, anyways. Extractor's going crazy. Machine's cutting, hopefully. So, if you were to think about it, the first pass, instead of cutting right through, it might have, well, I mean, I'm sure it scored it, and it didn't make the full cut. I know sometimes what you can do is you can sand the back, and by sanding the back, you can release the other side. I think on this one, since it wasn't so deep, it might have taken a lot of sanding and might have not been great. So I just opted out to just spend another 2 minutes to see if I can cut another set. Looking at the status, it's about 1 minute and 20 seconds in. I think it said it was the cut time was going to be about 2 minutes and some change. Depending on if it works out or not, I might trash that area. I can cut it a third time. I can increase the intensity. Essentially, what I found out this time without making a cut template for the piece is I know now that at 100, with the speed 100 and 20% power is not enough to cut this 1/8 piece of wood. I'm going to have to add more power. I know last time I did it at 30, 30 power, 30% power, and I know I blew it right through. So I'm hoping that this being two pieces, two passes, or essentially four passes, because the first pass was twice, was two. It should be able to cut it right through. It's on the last pieces of the pedals themselves. There you go. Boom. Try it out again. Yeah, we're good. We're good. These aren't that great. This would probably be one of those times where, yeah, not all the lines get through. It's a, yeah, it's a fail. Definitely, I think that at 30%, the cuts would be substantially better. we're gonna do. We're gonna be a little bit ghetto about this. Welcome to Cut Central now. All right. Probably not the smartest thing to do with a computer, but it is what it is. We gotta get this done because my ADHD is not gonna let me continue with this. Very nice. Put it back on the table. Let's frame this out again. Oh, I can't frame it out. Not connected to the computer. Stop. Mess that up. Mess it up because number one, I thought that stop hitting that button again was gonna mean that I was gonna pause it where it was at. I fucked it up. Let's stop this project. Let's reset. Alright, so let's go in here, change all my cut lines. Right, so let's change these cut lines to the same two passes. We're gonna put 35%. What the hell is that there? 35%, 35%. And this one for 35%. 35%. 35%. Another 35%. And on the last layer, 35%. Right, so it's right where it needs to be. Let's hit frame again. That's messed up. Set the origin right here. So essentially what happened was I hit the stop pause button because the last job didn't finish completely, and then it just turned on the laser, and I don't want that to happen again. So what happened was it started cutting, and it took some material. All right, it took some material. You know what? Let's not even play with this. 3 passes. Right. So layer 1, 3 passes at 35. Layer 2, 3 passes at 35. Layer 3, 3 passes at 35. 4, 5. Yeah, we're good. All right. We can't do anything else. Let's see how long this is gonna take. 3 minutes, 8 seconds. We're on the clock. Boom. I'll just point it this way. So what I did was I increased the intensity to almost double the power. The first one was at 20% of 150 watts max. This is now at 35%. You can figure out that math. Um, it also, each line that it cuts, it was cutting it twice before. Now we set it to cut 3 times. So it'll do the design 3 times. It's traveling at 100. I know it has something what the 100 means. Oh, the speed, millimeters a second. 100 millimeters a second, which tends to be a little bit on the slow side. But it also, it's like a catch-22. So like, if you do it too slow, you can burn the wood, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna burn the wood. But I don't care. It's for me. You're supposed to mask it if you don't want to burn the wood. I don't have masking right now, and I have to essentially get it to work. But I'm just gonna go crazy. So looking at this thing here, it's been 1 minute and 40 seconds, and everything seems to be working fine. I think what I'm gonna have a problem with the most is the frame, because some of the pieces are, I'm not gonna say intricate, but some of the pieces are very thin, so they have a high chance of breaking. Got about 1 minute left. I wish the chat worked, so then I can ask questions. I wonder why my YouTube thing doesn't let me chat. I wonder if it's because if I'm a new guy or something. Tell viewers about your thing, live chat. Oh, because I said it's made for kids. Rip. All right, so I know for the next time if I want to have a live chat, no chilling. So this takes longer than what it claims, because on the program it was claiming it was gonna take 3 minutes and 4 seconds or something like that. It's at 3:28 right now. Oh man, some of the lines are coming out really jagged and ugly. Wow. I wonder if it's because of the screen or what. Well, live and learn. Three. I think it's done. Boom. Yellow. All right. Oh yeah, it's cut. I can tell that it's cut. It's substantially, yeah, like you can tell it's cut. Much better or darker scores. There's no pieces that are like crystallizing off or anything. Alright, so here's the story. Alright, so I think the problem is that it's really the cut is so fine that it makes it extremely brittle. Maybe I can reconsider the size. I mean, ideally it should be. Alright. So this is going to be the idea. Essentially, we have a frame on top of here. So we're going to put the frame on here, and I'm supposed to color them in and fit them back into this place. It will be like this. So after I color them in, glue this up again. And the cuts are so fine. Like a puzzle I don't want to play. Here you go. This one for you some work. Like a box player or something. That one needs a little bit of work. Man, I'm gonna tell you straight up. It's good work. A little bit of elbow grease into it. Make sure I like sand it and put some glue. Make sure I paint everything. I would like this. I mean, it has its imperfections, but I think overall, considering it's the first project and I'm essentially testing out concepts of what I'm trying to do with my machine, and I don't think it's that bad. And not even gonna lie, even without the frame, I'm gonna say this project is a success. All things considered, I think it's a major success. Um, there could be some room for improvement. It's only our we're doing a couple of projects, but it's really our first one with small cuts like that. It's really my first like big project because everything else I'm just cutting like little dumb silhouettes or something like that. This is the first one where I had to like um, put like actually make the file out of Illustrator. I got a screenshot from the anime and I traced the art off the anime. I mean, you should be able to tell what that is. Like, if you watch the anime, you know what that is. There's things that I want to change that I don't like, but I guess it's one of the cool things about like I just make my own thing. I can do what I want. Like I have the file, I can change it. Um, Man, I'm kind of pretty excited about the content. I'm not gonna lie. So, fuck, touched it. pliers to touch this thing to make sure you're not sending everything out of whack. Yeah, this is pretty badass. Pretty excited. Excitement levels of 10 out of 10. Alright. I think I've overstayed my welcome. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that stuff YouTubers say because, yeah. Thank you.